Good evening, Owls fans, and welcome to Owls TV, the official live stream of Burris Athletics. I'm John Nagel, your broadcaster tonight. Tonight we're at Ball Gymnasium as the Lady Owls will be taking on the cross-county rivals, the Delta Eagles. Again, we're live on Owls TV. If you would, just give us a like and a subscribe. And you can also follow us at Owls TV1 on Twitter. The Owls are currently 15-1 and coming off of winning the 6th annual Shondell Family Invite, defeating Greenfield Central, Fairfield, and Evansville Memorial to take the championship. The Owls are currently ranked 3rd in the state according to the Indiana High School Volleyball Coaches Association. Getting ready for the lineups for tonight's match. On the roster for the Delta Eagles, number 1, Mallory Robbins. 2, Braylon Flatt. Number 3, Ellie Summers. Number 4, MJ Smith. Number 5, Kendra Kiesling. Number 6, Mabry Stebbins. Number 7, Olivia Morris. Number 8, Gracie Gibson. Number 9, Addie Felipe. Number 10, Cameron Murray. And number 12, Emily Reno. The head coach is Kylie Johnson. For your Muncie Burris Owls, on the roster is number 1, senior Lauren Nixon. Number 3, senior outside header Abigail Kessler. Number 4, junior setter Maddie Dungan. Number 5, the senior outside hitter Kate LeMay. Number 6, the senior defensive specialist Haley Young. Number 8, Brianna Livingston, the senior DS. Number 9, Lily Howe, the freshman middle hitter. Number 10, Elena Trissel, the defensive specialist sophomore. Number 11, senior defensive specialist Jason Johnson. Number 14, Elena Gonzalez, sophomore DS. Number 15, Aubrey Miller, the sophomore outside hitter. And rounding out the lineup for the Owls, the number 22, Paige Powers, the senior middle hitter. Head coach for the Owls is Jim Craig. Assistant coach Quinn Isaacson, Eric Stout, and the manager Cam Allen. Owls will be in the white jerseys tonight with the gold numerals. And the Eagles will be in the Navy uniforms with the gold numerals. Currently, the Eagles are 2-10 on the season. They've won the toss for first serve tonight. And the service there gives a point to the Owls. Kessler will be back to serve for the Owls. She fires it to the middle. It's getting popped up. Ball handling air. Point goes to the Owls. Kessler fires it to the middle of the court. It's going to be tight to the net. Outside, Kessler pops it up. It goes over. Sent back over, but goes out of bounds. And the Owls pick up the point. It comes over. Powers puts it down for the kill. Kessler floats this one over, and that'll be an ace for the senior. Kessler fires a rocket across the net. Outside swing. Young's there with the dig. Duncan's going to set Kessler in the middle back. Powers with the overpass kill. Kessler back at service line again, sending it into play. Young with the dig. Duncan. Powers could have popped up. Powers puts it right back. Another point for the senior. Kessler sends it all the way across court long. Reno with the free ball over. Kessler gets it up to Duncan. Powers, and she finds another point. And the Eagles are going to take a timeout as the Owls have ran off 8 straight points here in the first set. Want to thank Carpet Plus Color Tile. Prepare to be floored. They're the area's leading flooring company, serving East Central Indiana since 2001. Offering vinyl, hardwood, tile, carpet, flooring, and more. Located across from the Muncie Mall on Broadway. Call them 765-288-3232 or find them online at carpetpluscolortilemuncie.com. Owls come back to the court. Kessler's continuing to serve for the Owls. Eagles pop it up. Reno's going to send it over off the block. Miller there with the cover. Powers tips it over. Nixon from the outside down the line. And in the corner for the kill. Coach Craig giving instructions to his team. Kessler floats this one over to the middle. Reno fires away. Young, the overpass goes over. Delta resets. There's a free ball over. Duncan gets it to Nixon. Powers. It's going to dig up. It comes right over. Double touch. And the Owls are in double digits. Kessler fires it all the way across court. Reno waits for it off the block. And Owls can't get there to cover it. And the Eagles get their first point here in the first set. Murray in to do the serving duties. Young to Duncan. Powers. Ooh. And the stuff block from Reno on the Eagle side of the net. Young to Duncan. Nixon down the middle. And just outside the line. And point goes over to Delta. Young receives it. Duncan. Miller sends cross court. Lions it on the line for the point. Young will go back to serve, and Powell enters the front row for the Owls. Libero sends it over. High, tipped over. Miller's under it. Duncan's going to back set Nixon. It's going to be dug up. Back row attack. Dungan. Nixon sets up. Miller this time. She sends it down the line. Tipped over the net. Dungan going to bump set it to Kessler in the middle. Eagles free ball it over. Kessler softly to Dungan. Gives it to Powell. And that's going to go over. Dungan back to Powell. This time down and kill. Young. And that's going to go long. Point goes over to Delta. Philippi to serve. Kessler. Nixon fires and gets the kill.
After the kill, Lauren Nixon back to serve.
Nixon, the seniors, setter for the Owls, is going to be doing the serving. Free ball's over. Young will handle it. Howell, and it's popped up off the rafters and down. Point goes to the Owls. Nixon fires it all the way across court. And double contact's going to be called. Coach Craig is immediately off the bench arguing the call. To no avail. Point still goes to the Eagles. Reno's back at the service line. Young. Nixon. Miller fires from the right side. Eagles pop it up. Reno from the back row gives it to Young. Powers into the block. Owls keep alive. Miller pops it over. And Duncan and Powell with the block. Miller back to serve. She sends it deep. Back row attack. Howell to Nixon. Kessler backs up, and that's going to go out of bounds.
Service.
Eagles will rotate number 7, Olivia Morris, the sophomore outside hitter. It's going to go back to serve. Young dives under it. Howell pushes it over. Smith sends it. Kessler winds up. And this time she gets it inbound for the point. And the Owls are back up by 10. Lily Howell back to serve. And she picks up the ace. Back row attack from Smith. Nixon handles it. Duncan. Kessler tips it over the block with the off speed. And the Owls go up by a dozen. And ball handling air. Owls get the point. The freshman Howell continuing to serve here in the first set for the Owls. And that one's got too much mustard as it goes out of bounds and point inside out to the Eagles. Kiesling is going to be serving for Delta. Miller, Kessler off the middle, and it goes down for the point. Dungan back to serve. Tipped over. Dungan to Nixon. Kessler sends it. Dumped over there, and Eagles find a hole.
Back at the line for Delta, MJ Smith.
Smith going to be serving. Attacking air.
Point Eagles.
Point to Delta. Ace.
Point Eagles.
Miller pops up. Young gets it up. Nixon's going to send it over. Smith. Overpass, and Kessler pushes it down for the kill.
Abby Kessler back to serve.
Kessler will be doing the serving duties for the Owls. Nixon puts the overkick pass down for the point. Kessler again. Ace! Owls there with the block. And that is not going to be returned. And that'll be set point for Muncie Burris. Kessler floats it over. Tipped over. Dungan. Kessler from, attacking air. A couple of the Owls got tangled up together. So the Eagles will be alive for another point. Murray's going to go back to serve. And it goes over, out of bounds. Young. Powers. Tipped it. Comes right back. And Reno off the block and down. And the Eagles are not going away quietly here in this first set, as they've ran off 3 straight points. Young to Dungan. Nixon down the middle, and she'll put it into it. And that'll be the end of set 1 as the Owls lead 25-13 We'll be back here in just a moment for the start of the second set. Want to thank Culver's of Muncie for supporting the Burris Owls. They use fresh, never frozen, 100% Midwest beef, seared to perfection and served on a lightly buttered toasted bun for that extra touch of goodness. Stop in at 1312 West McGalliard in Muncie and enjoy a hot butter burger or a fresh frozen custard. Also want to thank Robbins Apparel, providing parents, teachers, athletes, and corporations the widest selection of custom apparel from the most respected manufacturers. Their promise, high-quality products and exceptional customer service. With 2 locations in Noblesville or 5504 West Shoreline Terrace in Muncie. Call them 765-282-9930 or find them at robbinsapparel.com. Also want to thank Murray's Jewelers, longtime supporters of the Owls. They've been family owned since 1885. Stop in at 113 West Charles Street in downtown Muncie or call them at 765-288-6791. Visit with their watchmakers, jewelers, and gemologists that specialize in your custom design and repair needs. As we come back to the action, officials checking with the scorers tables, getting the lineups. Out on the court for the Owls will be Nixon, Kessler, Dungan, Howell, Miller, and Powers. Everything with the officials looks good. Ball's coming in, and Owls should have first serve.
Burris has service open set 2, leading the match 1-0.
Howell will be back to serve for the Owls. Low fast serve from Howell comes over the net. Off the slide. And the Eagles score first here in the second set. Smith will be back at the service line for Delta. Now to be an ace. Kessler gets it up. Nixon runs under it. Back, attacking air. And the Eagles run off 3 quick points here on the Owls. Miller to Nixon. Kessler down the middle. Comes right back. Kessler tips it over. Reno fires. And she gets the back corner for the kill. Flips the net. Powers gets it up. Kessler fire across court. Reno swings and she picks up a kill. And Coach Craig's going to call a timeout. Want to thank Main Street Apparel, offering professional, high-quality screen printing and embroidery service for their many clients in Muncie, Delaware County, and beyond. Let them help you sort through their many options of custom apparel to find the perfect balance of value and quality. Call 765-282-4444. Stop in at 4015 West 8th Street in Muncie, or find them on the web at mainstreetapparel.com. Eagles will continue to serve here. Smith doing the job. Miller gets to Kessler. She pops it high. The free ball comes over. Reno tips it over. Nixon there with the cover. Nixon and into the net. Smith floats it over to Young. Nixon. Powers. Pushed over. Miller. Nixon. Dungan waits for it. Reno tips it. Owls there with the block. Send it right back. Reno reloads. And she gets the kill. And serves go long. And the Owls finally on the scoreboard as the Eagles ran off 7 points in a row. Maddie Duncan at the service line for the Owls. Reno rolls it over. Kessler gets it to Duncan. Kessler puts it down for the kill.
Burris.
Duncan sends it and comes right back. Duncan gets it to Nixon. Over to Kessler. In the block and down.
Burris.
Ace for Duncan. Duncan flips it over to the net. It's going to be dumped, and the Eagles find a hardwood.
Point Eagles. Maya Murray now serving.
Murray into the lineup, and she'll be serving for Delta. Miller to Duncan. And Powers has to switch hands and gets it over for the point. Kessler will be back to serve. Powers puts the overpass down. Ace for Kessler. Kessler fires it across the court. Reno sends it over. Duncan, Nixon. And that's going to be tipped out of bounds. And the Owls have gone on their own run to tie it here at 8. Powers puts it down for the point. Tight. Reno with the swing and kill.
Delta service. Addie Philippi.
Philippi gets it to Young. Duncan. Nixon. Tipped out of bounds.
Haley Young now serving.
Young will be back to serve for the Eagles. Check the Owls. She sends it deep. Popped up. Reno. Owls there with the block. Eagles keep it alive. Young. Duncan. To Howe. And she will put it, thread the needle, and get the point for the Owls. Young fires it deep. Howe with the block. The Eagles keep it alive. Nixon to Duncan. Kessler's going to tip it over. Comes right back, and Nixon puts it down for the point. Haley Young continuing to serve here for the Owls. She sends it down the line. Smith sends it back. Miller and into the net.
Point Eagles.
Point goes over to Delta.
Delta service. Emily Reno.
Reno sends it into play to Kessler. Nixon fires and ping pongs it off a couple of the players for the point.
And now she'll serve.
Nixon will rotate back to the service line for the Owls. At serve deep. Reno handles it. Smith waits for it. Kessler with the dig. Howell pushes her over the net. Smith, roll shot. Nixon's there to cover it. Duncan's going to set up Miller. That's going to set back. Free ball comes over. Kessler. Howell. Off the block and out of bounds. Point goes to Burris. Nixon sends it over. Outside attack. Never cleared the tape. Point goes to the Owls. Nixon sends it over. Tipped over. Duncan gets it up. Nixon. Miller into the block. Tipped out of bounds.
Now serving for Delta, Olivia Morris.
Morris serving. Kessler gets it to Nixon. Duncan from the left side. Smith. Nixon's going to dump it over. It's going to be pushed back. Kessler. Back to Nixon. Back set to Duncan. Off the net and over. Miller gets it up. Duncan fires again. This time down the line for the point.
Aubrey Miller back to the line.
Miller at the service line for the Owls. Pushed over, Duncan. Kessler with the cross court. Young, overpass. Nixon gets it up. Duncan's going to set up Kessler, and that's going to go long.
Back long. Point Eagles. Delta service. Kimber Keeson.
Kiesling will be back to serve. Duncan gets it up to Nixon. Kessler fires. It's going to be dug by the Eagles. Smith tips it over. Nixon covers it. Off the slide, down the line for the point.
Slide down. Point Eagles.
Kiesling to Young. Kessler down the middle, and for the point.
Point Burris. Lily Howell back to serve.
Lily Howell, serve. Low fast serve from Howell. Free ball sent over. Howell gets it to Duncan. Powers puts it down for the point.
Point Burris.
Smith fires off the block. Owls can't get there.
Back on the line for Delta and Jay Smith.
Smith back to serve. Kessler in the overpass. Reno off the block. Young. Nixon. Kessler. Out of bounds. Point to Delta. Kessler goes under the net instead of over. So that point will go to Delta. Miller pops it up. And miscommunication. And the Eagles are back within one. Serve goes long.
Matty Duncan at your service.
Duncan serving. Owls with the block.
Burris.
Duncan sends it into play. Back row attack. Young to Duncan. Kessler off the block and down.
Burris.
And the Owls go back up by 4. And the attack goes long. A tip is called. Point goes to Delta. Murray will be back to serve. Miller gets it up. Duncan runs underneath it. Nixon will send the free ball over. Off the block. There's a roll shot. And down. Murray back to serve. Miller to Duncan. Kessler from the right side. And net violation. Point goes to the Owls.
Kessler to the service line.
Kessler will be serving. Hayes.
Timeout Delta.
And the Eagles are going to take a timeout. Want to thank Crew Car Wash. Clean, fast, friendly service every day. Their car washes feature the most advanced technology available, from specially formulated detergents to computer-controlled equipment and their special touchless hot air dryers. Stop in at 601 West McGallion for a Crew Car Wash, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily. Want to thank Red Elephant Digital Media. Make your presence unforgettable with Red Elephant. They offer website design and development. They can host your email and website, along as manage your whole social media presence. Find them at redelephantdigital.com. Kessler back to serve here in the second set. Owls leading 23-19. And that's not going to be returned in three. And the point goes to the Owl. And that will be set point. And that's it. And the Owls take the second set 25-19. We'll be back here shortly for the start of the second set. Want to thank Martin Insurance for being a supporter of Burris Athletics. Nothing in this world is more important than your family. Keep them safe and protected with life, health, home, and auto insurance tailored to fit your needs. Stop in at 3409 West Bethel Avenue or call them 765-282-4967 to set up an appointment with one of their insurance experts or find them on the web at martininsurancegroup.net. Want to thank Mid-City Plating, founded in 1966. Today, Mid-City is one of Indiana's largest zinc platers. They're a family-owned business that's customer-driven. Find them at 921 East Charles Street. Call 765-289-2374. Also want to thank Wilson Awards. Stop in with Wilson's for all your trophies and engraving needs. They make and sell sports ribbons as well as award medals. Located at 505 North Country Club Road in Muncie. Call them 765-747-4975. Owls are up 2-0 as we come into the third set. The Eagles will have first serve. MJ Smith back to serve. Ace for the Eagles. Miller up to Duncan. Kessler tips it over the block, and Owls get the first point of the third set. Kessler to serve. She sends it over. That'll be an ace. Reno through the block and down. Eagles get the point. Murray back to serve, the libero. Young gets under it. Nixon off the block and down. Point to the Owls.
Now serving for the Owls, Haley
Young back at the service line. Popped up. Out of system. Reno waits for it. Kessler gets it up. Duncan. Miller. Net violation on the Eagles. And the Owls pick up a point. Young, across court for this ace. Young. Back row attack from Murray. Nixon, Kessler runs under it. Reno fires off the block. Miller fires. Gonna be dumped. Young's there to cover it. Howe with the swing. Murray for the Eagles sends it back. Duncan. Nixon, and that's gonna go long. Philippi back to serve. And service error gives it right back to the Owls.
Lauren Nixon now serving.
Nixon back to serve. Floats one to the center. Murray handles it. Reno tries to push it over. Duncan. Howe, and just not timed right, and point goes over to
Back at the line for Delta, Emily Reno.
Reno. Back at the service line. Young to Nixon. Miller comes in from the right side. Long free ball from Murray. Howe. Owls reload. Kessler this time tips it over the block. This time Howe puts it down.
Aubrey Miller serving.
Miller back to serve. And the Owls block it, but it goes out of bounds. Point to Delta. Morris at the service line. Kessler from the back row. She puts it down for the kill.
Howell serving.
The freshman, Lily Howell's back to serve for the Owls. Just clears the net. Over, Kessler gets it up to Nixon. Kessler puts it down the line for the point.
Point Burris.
Howell sends it over. Howell's there with the block.
Point Burris. Timeout Delta, you're out.
And Eagles are going to take a timeout as the Owls are out holding a 5-point lead here in the third set, leading 2-0. Want to thank Greek's Pizzeria. Greek's features specialized pizza, pasta, French-style bread sandwiches, breadsticks, and salads. For all the hungry Owls fans, stop in after the game for a late-night slice. Dine in or call for carry-out or delivery at 765-284-4900 or order online at GreeksPizzeria.com. Want to thank Texas Roadhouse, legendary food, legendary service, all with lots of legendary fun. Enjoy a little bit of Texas right here in Muncie at 200 West McGalliard with call-ahead seating at 765-282-7113. Owls back at the service line for the Owls. It's tight to the net, and that's going to go down off of last touch by the Owls.
Kendra Kiesling to serve.
Kiesling will be back to serve. Young gets it to Nixon, tipped over, and Kessler finds a hole. Duncan serving. And tack air. And the Owls go up by 6. And point to the Owls. Hey!
Point Burris.
Duncan back again to serve. Another ace.
Point Burris.
It's over. Duncan's going to set up Kessler. And that's going to be tipped out of bounds. Last touch by the Eagles.
Point Burris.
Duncan sends it all the way across the court. Smith fires. Young pops it up. Kessler throws it over and down.
Point Burris.
Maddie Duncan continuing to fire it over the net. And ace! Racking the chips. That's 4 aces for the junior. Duncan back to serve. Smith fires. Owls there with the block. And that goes down the line. Point for Delta. Eagles will rotate, and Reno returns to the front row, and Smith will be at the service line. Nixon gets it up. Nixon fires. Free ball sent over. Powers to Duncan. Kessler into the block and out of bounds.
Burris. After the kill. Kessler, serve.
Abby Kessler at the service line for the Owls. Off the slide and long.
Burris. Timeout Delta.
And the Eagles are going to take their second timeout. Want to thank Central Indiana Orthopedics. Their world-class team of orthopedics experts are devoted to providing customized treatment plans focused on your needs and goals. With locations in Muncie, Anderson, Elwood, Fishers, Marion, and Winchester, call 800-622-6575 to book your appointment or find more information at ciocenter.com. Also like to thank Doug Meyer with State Farm Insurance. Being a good neighbor is more than being there when things go completely wrong. It's for all of life's moments. Contact Doug for all your auto, home, property, and life insurance needs. Find them at DougIsMyAgent.com. Kessler fires it into play. And the outside attack goes wide. Point goes to the Owls. Kessler floats this one over. Reno, Owls there with the block. Free ball sent over. Kessler to Duncan. Powers, and she gets the kill. Owls block has been keying on Reno since about halfway through the second set. Floated over. Reno. Kessler gets it up to Duncan. Miller. Murray sends it over to Kessler. Nixon, and doesn't clear the tape, and point goes to the Eagles.
Delta service for Maya Murray.
Murray back to serve. Young gets it up to Duncan. And attacking air.
Back error. Eagles.
Kessler. Nixon down the middle. That's going to go outside. Murray continuing to do serving duties for the Eagles. Duncan to Powers. And that lands out of the side the lines. Last touch by the Eagles block. Powers will be back to serve for the Owls. And that comes up short.
Eagles. Nova service, Sadie Philippine.
Philippi to serve. Miller. And it goes over, but out of bounds. Last touch by the Owls. Philippi once again serving for Delta. Kessler. And it's going to be pushed down by the Eagles. Nixon off the right side. Miller gets it up. Nixon fires into the block, out of bounds. And that'll bring up match point for the Owls.
And to serve it for the Owls, checking in Brenna Livingston.
Livingston in the lineup for the Owls. Reno and Miller with Howe with the block. And that'll be it as the Owls take the third set, 25-13, and defeat the Delta Eagles. 3-0. Owls improved to 16-1 on the season. They will be in action tomorrow night. The varsity starting at 6 o'clock. There will be no JV game tomorrow, and you can watch it here live on Owls TV. Remember to hit that like and subscribe button, as well as follow us on Owls TV. Keep track for all the latest news, scores, and information at Burris Athletics 1 about the Owls. Again, want to thank everyone for joining us tonight. This has been John Nagel, your live stream broadcaster on Owls TV. Everyone have a good evening and see you right back here tomorrow night at 6 o'clock